Grayson, how are you?
I'm good, Jim. How are you?
I'm good. I'm pretty excited about the press release that came out last night, my time.
We're all really excited to get drilling again. You know, it's been a long time, but in that time, we've done a lot of really exciting things to mostly de-risk the play. You know, you can't go around drilling wells without seismic forever. We've been very fortunate to have the success that we did drilling off of Arrowmag, but acquiring the first phase of seismic, which was 450 kilometers, and now acquiring a second phase, which was 760 kilometers, which gives us a total of over 1,200 kilometers of 2D seismic. Now we're very well positioned to kick off an ongoing drilling program. This first one will be a 4-well drilling program with the first well, you know, the press release says spud before the 25th of June. I'm hoping it's today, if not tomorrow, just waiting for the final few things to arrive on site before we can find a few things, or the final few people to arrive on site before we can say it's officially drilling. But you know, the conductor hole's done, the mouse hole's done, so you know everything is ready to go. The rig is set up. It's just the final few things, final few hours. So it'll either be today or tomorrow.
Nice. Your hands must be sweating, eh? I'm just excited.
Oh, it's very exciting. You know, I'm actually heading down to Namibia today, so it's going to be very exciting to get to see everything up close and personal again, and most importantly, see all of our people down from the REN subsidiary. And you know, they've been doing amazing things and working nonstop to help us get back to where we are today, which is, you know, back to drilling.
Yeah, drilling. Everybody's excited. I know they are. So you were making reference to things and people showing up on site. So it's my understanding that you have a ton of spare parts. Is that right?
Yeah. So, you know, we learned a lot in the first 2 wells. You know, we drilled during the COVID pandemic, which, you know, brought supply chain to a standstill. You know, supply chain in the world is still very challenged. So we've got lots of spare parts. This time we've had, you know, the better part of a year to accumulate everything. And we've got a spare top drive. We've got 3.5 wells worth of casing. We've got, you know, Nick Steinsberger's, you know, a legend in oil and gas drilling and completion. So we've thought about everything, and we're ready to go. And, you know, we've got, you know, we're planning to drill 4 wells plus a sidetrack, and we will have all the equipment available for that. You know, we've got 3.5 wells for the casing, first of all, and we've been talking to OCTG suppliers that say that, you know, the stuff we need is pretty standard, and we'll be able to get it with a couple months lead time. So we're well set up for the program. We've got you know, $75 to $80 million of cash to execute the program. So we're funded. We've got a plan. It's just time to execute.
That's pretty comforting, actually, all that. Okay, so what do we shift gears and we go and do flow testing? Do you have a plan? Well, or is that,
you know, you have to have a successful well before you consider flow testing. And you know, we could have flow tested the 6-2 well. That, you know, we think there are 2 commercial opportunities in the 6-2 well, but flow testing 1 well that was drilled without seismic, and subsequently looking at the seismic sort of drilled on the fringe of the potential reservoir. That's why we're going to drill a sidetrack. You know, probably not the best use of time and capital. So, you know, the biggest supporter of getting a commercial discovery onshore Namibia is the people who own the license, which is the Namibian government and the Namibian people. And, you know, on success, we will work with the governments and its relevant agencies to come up with a testing program, and then get the equipment in to do the testing. So you know, we can't say what we're going to do until you've got the results of the well. So we're planning to drill, and if the results are encouraging enough, we'll work with the government and get it tested.
Nice. And so part of that whole system would be the MBT, right?
Yeah, we've got additional wireline tools this this well. So we've got an MBT tool that can provide us with fluid and pressure samples and do a mini drill stem test if it is, as we're drilling. So, we'll have a lot, hopefully, great information from a successful well, and the MDT tool will give us the technical information required to make the best decisions.
Nice. Yeah, so we're getting pretty close. So we're thinking 60 days to finish this well. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, 60 days is what's kind of budgeted. It can be anywhere between 45 to 60 days. The thing you can't predict is how quickly or efficiently you're gonna do these things. We're drilling off of seismic now, so we should be quicker, but we're also continuing to do a lot of science work, a lot of geological work as we're going. So, in the last couple of wells, we took well over 100 sidewall cores, and we'll intend to do that or more this time. So there's, this is still evolutionary, geological, scientific type work that we're doing, and we need to get the scientific information so that our wonderful geologists and Ansgar and Vanke and Jim Granith can then feed those into our geological model and help us drill better wells even going forward.
Nice. Well, I'm pleasantly excited. Is there anything you want to add? I know you gotta get packed and get on a plane, and
we're just really excited to be back drilling again. We want to thank our shareholders for the patience over the last year. I know it hasn't been easy, and acquiring seismic, it's super important for the overall de-risking of the basin and what we're doing, but ultimately, it's drilling wells that'll prove commerciality of the basin. We now have seismically defined targets. This well's targeting 799 million barrels of oil in place, according to Netherland and Sewell. The 4-well drilling program's targeting over 2 billion barrels of oil in place. And I know oil in place isn't oil recoverable, but it's good to be drilling targets that have a lot of potential oil there, rather than ones drilling that have not a lot of oil there. So, we're really excited about this program that's coming up. It's 4 wells plus a sidetrack. We've got the equipment, we've got the people, we've got the capital, and it's time to get the bit turning and execute. And we're super excited about it. It's great to be drilling again, and hopefully there'll be a steady string of updates, and we'll see what happens as we go forward.
nice. One last question, if I may. How are we making it with P23? I know we've got a special room set up on Discord to capture satellite images and
yeah. So the one thing that we're gonna, we never make it totally easy on everybody. We're following the nomenclature and naming of the wells according to what the sort of coordinates are in the Namibian mapping process. So as you noticed in the well today, the P33 well became the Macandina 8 of 2 well. The P23 well will become the Hamway 3 of 1 well. And the P32 well, which is next to P33, will be called the Kuzmeau or Kumezau well in the 8 of 3. So it's the 2 of 7 well that still has to be a name, because it's currently a farmer's name, farmer's field's name. So we'll see what happens with that one, but that'll be I think that one will be called the 5 of 1. But yeah, the P23 Hamway 3 of 1, just to keep it simple, is currently going through all the pre-pad preparation work, the demining work, and road construction and all that kind of stuff. So it's making progress. All the heavy equipment that's been used on the Macandina 8 of 2 is now moving over there to get set up and get that well pad built, so that we'll be ready to drill that as soon as we're done with the current well.
Thank you very much, Grayson. You have a safe trip.
Thanks, Jim.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much. Hope
You're
everyone's
welcome.
doing well. Talk
You
soon.
as well. Take care.
Bye.
Bye now.